Okay, now we are going to come to how do we plot those figures. So we are going, because we have seen now the first lesson, the second lesson, now we are going to see this one. In the first lessons, we've been seeing how to create coordinates, how to plot coordinates. Now we are going to see how do we apply it in plotting polygons. So we start with the easiest. You are going to group yourselves in groups of 5. Then you are going to do these 3 exercise activities. The first one is in groups of 5, and now I want you to be in 5 so that we reduce on the commotion. I want you to be in 5. You have a group leader, and then the secretary who's going to be writing the answers you are giving to him or her. And then the timekeeper. Each question we are going to use 8 minutes. So the graph below has points forming corners of a rectangle. Find coordinates of the missing corner C. Join A, B, C. So we are going to do this as the first activity. Then we come to this, still in your groups. Plot, we've seen how to plot A, B, C. Join points A, B, C. Then 3, name the figure formed and hence find its area. Then repeat the procedure for P, Q, R, and S. So I'm going to do the same, repeating the procedure now for the same for part B. I think we know why we are doing this like this. We have seen those in the first lessons. Then we are going to see what we call line of symmetry. A line of symmetry is a line that divides a figure into 2 equal parts. For example, if I have, and then there we are seeing that some figures have more than one line of symmetry. Now, you see this is a rectangle. I think we see it's a rectangle. The line of symmetry is a line when we fold it together. You are going to fold these papers. Everyone get a paper. Get a paper. You fold it like I'm doing. You get this? Then you fold it like this. Are we done? Fold it. Are we there? Okay. Then after, unfold it like you see. So are you all seeing that line? It formed this one from here up to here. Are you seeing that? Show your neighbor, show your neighbor, show your neighbor. Are you seeing that? That's what we call a line of symmetry for this rectangle. But you see some figures have more than one. Okay, we are going to repeat the procedure. Now we are folding it like this. You fold it like this vertical now, like this. The same idea, you fold it like that. Then up, down. Are we done? You do what I'm doing. Look at it and then you do the same as this. Are we done? You do the same. You fold it like this. Okay. Now unfold it. Are you seeing that line now from up to down like this? Hey, now this is also line of symmetry. Why? Because you see it divides this into 2 equal parts. This part is equaling to this part. So basically, a rectangle has how many lines of symmetry? Yes, how many lines of symmetry have you seen a rectangle has? 2. Which one and which one? Okay, this one and then also this one. So a rectangle has 2. But in an example, you just need to draw one. You can't draw all. For example, you can't draw all lines of symmetry. For a circle can be a square, you can draw some at time. So we only draw one. So this is what, now up there we shall see how we find the equation of that line. But that's what we call the line of symmetry. So, and then here you are going now to do it in your group still. You plot x, y, z. Join the points x, y, z. Name the figure formed. Find the area of the figure formed. Then the most my interest is in, because we've seen the first 3, 4. draw a line of symmetry for x, y, and z. Okay, in our groups, can we start with that quickly? Yeah, we start that, but all the work, I need it on a graph paper. You big graph papers are there. I want all the work on these graphs. All the work we've seen here, whenever we are in things of plotting, we use a graph paper, as you see. Okay, so all your work is here, and all the working, I want all the working to be on the graph paper. When you are calculating the area, the coordinate you put it on the graph. When you are calculating the area, you put it on the graph. So that's what I want. I don't want anything outside the graph. All the working should be put here. That's where I want it to be. So can you start? Okay, these are the ones I've managed to correct. Yeah, I think the 24 minutes have elapsed. So can we concentrate now? Can we exchange the work? Group, what group is that? 4, you give to that one. Which group is that? D. So D give to, then you will also give to them. Okay, so let us exchange. We are going to use here, I'm having group 2. Group 2, this is what they are having. For them, they are having, so what they do, we know that first of all, what is a rectangle? We saw that a rectangle has 2 sides, opposite sides equal, and 2 shorter sides equal, as we saw. So you start here, we have a point, and these points, you start, they are always in one line. So if we want, first of all, we have A and B. We also have A and B. So what they are doing, what is group 2 is doing, they have a point here. How did you do that? You got a ruler, then you measured off this, and then you transformed it here and you measure the same distance. Okay, let me try it and also do that so that others can also see. So they have seen, they took a ruler and then they measured this. So here I'm seeing it's 16. Then after, you transfer it to the same distance, okay? Then you transfer it here. So how do you locate point C? Here or here? Here. Here. Okay. So that's where how they are creating their point C. So this is the point C there. Why don't you put it this side or above this side? Why don't you put the C here or here? Because it's C. C should be in line with B and D. Okay, so it should be in line with this and this. So we form a rectangle. Okay, so what were the coordinates? They have their coordinates as, the coordinates are, they are having 2, 4. 2, 4. So that's their coordinates. Okay, I think everything is okay there, and then we give them a very nice tick. If you have any group with that, you give it a tick. Then part B, they said join B, C, D. So how would they join? You use what? You use a ruler. So whenever we are joining, we use a ruler. So we join points A, B, C. Join this to this. So this is how I'm joining. Then you also join this. Then we join this. Then also join this. I think you can able see that's our rectangle we are talking about. So can you clap for that group? Okay. Now let us go to here. I'm going to use group 2. The next group, I'm having group E. Group E. So they say plot A. So this is where they are having A. So they are A, Of course, we have seen how to plot. I think everyone now here can plot. So, A, which is 1, 2, which is there. They have this as A. Then they have B, so they have it here. Their B is here. And then they have their C, okay, here. So they have their C as, we see, we have 5, then negative 2. Yeah, they did it right. This is 5, negative 2. Okay, so for corrective plotting, you give here a tick. So they should also indicate that this is 1, 2. This is 1, negative 2. 1, negative 2. And then this is 5, negative 2. So we have a problem. If you have this, you give me a tick, you give me a tick, you give me here a tick. So this was group 2. So here we have group E. Okay, so you give a tick there. Then after, join A, B, C. So then we join, of course, with C, we join using a ruler. So you join this. Then you join this to this. Then you also join this to this. You have to be careful. These points, they should be neat. So mine, I'm using a bit more. They are a bit more so that you can able see them. So you see, we have that. So they are saying, number 3, name the whoever join them and then is having this shape, you give a mark also. So those are so far 4. So then name the figure formed and then find the area. Which figure is this? So what are they having? They are saying right angle triangle. Right angle triangle. Okay, right angle. So meaning this is supposed to be there. Right angle triangle. Oh, this is the exception. So can we give them a hand clap for right angle triangle? So someone can just say triangle, okay? But for them, they went to say right angle triangle, which is very okay. So, the name is triangle, right angle triangle. Triangle. So, can we get the area? You know that always our area of a triangle is a half times base times height, which is a half times base. What are they having as their base? So the base they are having, okay, their base here they are having 4. How did they get 4? How did they get 4? No. How did you get 4? This is group A. How did you get 4? You counted how? From here? Well, you counted it here. So this is the base or the height? Which one is the base? This one is the height, the base, okay? Then this is the height, right? Okay, so you counted 1, 2, 3, 4. So the base is 4 units. Okay, 4. Then times what about the height? You also counted now here. Use this axis or this axis. Going up or down. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's also 4. So 4. When you cancel this and this, I think you got 2. And here you got 8. For them, they are having centimeters squared. So they are having centimeters squared. Is it right? No, the units are not centimeters squared. Yeah, there we should correct that, because whenever you have this, we are having units, not centimeters squared. So you are going to correct that after receiving. So this is supposed to be square units, or units squared. So That's the answer. I sorry, but this is okay. And that is also okay. So I think now, members, you can repeat the procedure for part B on the same. You start P 01, 04, somewhere and somewhere. Can you repeat that? Now, this one I want you to do it individually. Yeah, though some people are doing it, but I want you people to do it individually. Then you hand in it as an exercise after forming your own notes. I want you to go back and you form your own notes, then you hand in this individually. Okay, so you go to group C. Let us see. We have now here, we have group C. Group C. So this is what we have from group C. Okay, so group C, plot 1, 1. Of course, we have seen how we plot 1, 1. 1, 1 is here. So this is our x. You indicate the coordinates. 1, 1. Then y, 5, 1. 5. Read the 5 with the x, then the y. 5, 1, which is here. So this is our y. 5, 1. Then Z is 3, 6. 3, 6. Okay. They are having the same 3, 6. So this is our Z, which is 3, 6. The x is 3, the y is 6. Join points x, y, and z. So let us join together. We join x. So I join this to this. Then I join this to this. And then I join x to y. X to y. So I'm joining x, y, and z. Name the figure formed. I said everything the work should be on the graph. So here they are saying name the figure formed. So what name do they have? They have triangle. Triangle, of course, it's that is a triangle. Then find the area. Now that always our area is a half times base times height. It is going to be a half times. How did they capture the base? They counted 1, 2, 3, 4. So you have 4, then times. Here they have 5. Let us count and see. 5 is the height. For me up here is the height. So we count using this. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So up to this point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is 5. And when we get the answer, we get 10 square units. Yeah, 10 square units. This one's got it right. This one is also right. Plotting this a mark. This is a mark. Then this is also a mark. Then this is group C. Group C. Okay, from there, then part B, and then part 5, they are telling us that draw a line of symmetry. How do they draw a line of symmetry? So can you explain to us how you drew the line of symmetry? Group C. How did you draw a line of symmetry? You looked at the line that is dividing this into equal parts. So why did you consider this one here? Because this one was easier. Okay? So you mean when I do line from here up to here, it's divided into two equal parts. Let me see. So they are saying if you do a line from here passing through this, it will be a line of symmetry. That is the line that divides it into two. Let us see. So do you agree that this line is dividing this into two equal parts? Is this part equaling to this part? First of all, how do you see, you count here and see how many units are there? Here they have 1, 2, then here you have 1, 2 units. So these are equal, of course the height is the same. So they are very, very right. So you give, whoever drew, you give a mark there. And this is what we call our line of symmetry. Okay. So can you clap for group C that they did something very nice? How many are having people with this line of symmetry? Okay, no problem. Anyway, so that's how we had to handle that. Yeah. Everything is not everything near me on my graph. So this is my graph. So like they did, they are working also on the graph. So that's what I expect from all of you. So now your activity of integration is going, you are going to go in your learner's guide, then you do that exercise 1, 2, and 3. Then you handle it, you handle it with the same, you bring these books individually, then you make your own notes. So you organize this, and then you bring it. So I will see you there.